Hey, what is going on everybody? You doing okay? Well, welcome to our first video. Today we're going to talk about, we're going to start talking about a very easy topic, okay? It seems kind of hard, but in reality, it is not. It's the past perfect, okay? The past perfect is nothing more than the past of the past, okay? So I'm going to explain that to you in just a moment. Let's pay attention first to the structure of the past perfect, okay? We use the auxiliary verb had and the verb in the participle form, okay? Had done, had been, had gone. And guys, remember I said the past of the past? Well, we use the past perfect to express that an action happened before another action in the past. The two actions are in the past in this case, okay? So let's suppose I arrived home, but before arriving home, I went to the supermarket to buy a beer, for example, okay? So I can say, oh, before arriving home, I had gone to the supermarket. I'm using the past perfect, okay? So we got another example here. Before becoming successful, I had worked hard. All right? So the person became successful. That's an action in the past. But before that, right, the person had worked hard. This is an action before another action. An important thing for us to remember is that we need to make reference to the second action, okay, which is this one here. We always have two actions, right? But anyway, when we use the word before, we need the ing, okay? We have two options actually. You can say before becoming successful, or if you want, you can say before I became successful. You can use the simple past here. It's not a problem, okay? So guys, that's it. I consider this topic pretty easy. Tell me what you think, but I think there's no secret. It's not like the present perfect, right? There are a lot of details. That's all. It's the past of the past, okay? Well, let's move on to the next topic, figurative language. I love this. Figurative language has so many, right, characteristics and ways to use it. But today we're going to talk about personification, which is when we use human qualities for objects or things, okay? Let's suppose I tell you that I was driving my car and my car broke down, stopped working, okay? And, well, I got out of the car and then I was trying, to check the engine, everything to see if I could find the problem. And I tried to start the car wouldn't start. And I can say, oh guys, I tried everything, the car was laughing at me, okay? Which means that nothing I did would work. The car was like, oh my God, Vin, you're trying everything. You cannot fix me. I'm laughing. Okay, so you are attributing human qualities for to objects or things, okay? So that's personification. Hyperbole is when we use exaggeration, okay? That is pretty common in the Portuguese language as well. It's pretty common for Americans to say a ton of. A ton is 1,000 kilos. So you can say, oh, my friend is rich. He has a ton of money. Okay, that's hyperbole. Or another common way of using hyperbole is by using a million times. Okay, oh dude, I was waiting for you. I called you a million times. I waited for 1,000,000 hours. Okay, for 1,000,000 years. So exaggeration right there. That's hyperbole. Well guys, so that's basically it. I'm gonna ask you to check the grammar file for more examples of personification in hyperbole, because it's a broad topic, okay? There are many possibilities. So I cannot explain everything here today. So make sure you check that out for you to have more information, okay? Anyway, now we're going to talk about the modal verb must. But not the modal verb must, meaning obligation. Everybody knows it's obligation. We're going to talk about assumption. What is assumption? Is when you think something is true because of logic, okay? Because you have kind of like an evidence for that, okay? So you can use it in the present. He must be rich, okay? So let's suppose I see my friend driving a very expensive car. What car? I don't know, maybe a Mercedes. So he's driving Mercedes, and well, that's logic, right? I can see the evidence there, it's a Mercedes, so he must be rich, okay? That's pretty common for people to say, you must be kidding me, right? Which is like a logic. You're saying something ridiculous, so you must be kidding me. If you want to use that in the past, you just have to add the auxiliary verb have, okay? And of course, you're gonna use the next verb in the participle. You must have gotten angry, okay? Let's suppose you told me that you bought a product on the internet, the product didn't arrive, or the product arrived and it was broken. So I can tell you, hey dude, you must have gotten angry. Okay, so that is the idea for today. 3 very useful topics that we're gonna use in the class. I'm gonna say this again. Don't forget to check the grammar file for more information regarding these topics. And I hope you guys could understand and add this to your English. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, everybody.